Ah, there's not much more relaxing than sipping a nice long draft of root beer. A bit airy, but what's a few burps? What was I doing? Ah, yes. Hello world! Wave time here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. This time I'm going to do a few random things, but first of all we should do the thing we've all been waiting for, other than the energy crystal. That is, our occultic enchanter is done, and we got our diamond sword. Woohoo! This diamond sword features a bunch of kick-ass awesomeness, which is kind of obvious, seeing as it's both kick-axe and awesome. Not kick-axe, because, it's not an axe. But I'm not really sure how much badassery this thing can do, but we'll find out. Let's see. It has Soul Stealer 3, which is something I'll like to find out. Ooh. Haven't really figured out if I can get a lot from it, but it seems to be doing something. Anyways, let's go on to the thing we're going to do today. Today, we are going to do something special, and that is increasing our energy network so that it will be able to do more energy network stuff. Now, as you see, we have a mass fab right here that has a lot of UU matter already and a bunch of scrap. Let's cut that right now. So cut out the energy network, and we should put that logistics pipe back in, and that out, and this and this. The reason we're going to do this is because we're going to remove the mass fab from this. To do that, we should get our industrial craft wrench and then use industrial craft wizardry to right click it. See, it's never been that easy. Now, there's not much energy left in this, and in fact, if we drain it with our fancy pants, it's not going to be much left afterwards. And there's nothing whatsoever in these generators. Now, the thing I want to do is make some sort of big energy storage network and also a big energy generating network. Currently, this is not big enough to have our macerators going pretty much all the time, with enough overclocker upgrades to make it worthwhile. Seeing as we only have 2 overclocker upgrades, that's not really enough. It gets the job done, sure, but it's really not enough to satiate the hungers of human flesh. Yes, these are man-eating machines. They take a lot to keep on going. Anyways, let's figure out what we're going to do. What we're going to need to do are a few things. We're going to need to make a bunch of MFSUs to be able to generate, store all of the energy that we're going to be using. So we're going to need an MFE, which will require energy crystals, machine blocks, etc., etc., etc. Then we'll need a bunch of Laptron crystals. That will require these advanced machines and all of that. So we're going to need to get a bit more carbon plates, which requires some maceration of coal. Actually, I think charcoal works. Can charcoal work? I'm going to try. Sorry, Muffin, I am going to require you. Apparently not, so I'm going to have to get a bit of coal instead for it to work. Take that back, and apparently it doesn't like me. So long, panel. Actually, I think you were a cover, but it doesn't matter since I've got better things to do. Okay, put those back for safekeeping, and let's go for 16, because that'll get us 8 coal balls, which will be enough probably for our things that we're going to be doing. So macerate all of that. We're also going to need a bunch of stuff from our logistics network. So let's grab that thing. Sorry, there's a scraping in my ear right now that is really annoying me. but I can't really do anything about it. So let's get 8 of these. That should be enough, and let's wait. Okay, we got the mixed metal ingots. This will go in our little compressor. Which one's our compressor? Compressor. So while that's going, we're going to need some machine blocks to get this. We're honestly going to need a lot of stuff here. We're going to need a lot. So probably the best thing to do is put some of this stuff on our logistics network. That shouldn't be too difficult. All it will require really is some ingenuity with chests. So I got a Laptron crystal thing here, and we're going to need to put a heck of a lot more things than just a thing for the Laptron crystals, because this needs an MFE, which requires energy crystals, machine blocks, etc., etc. So let's see. MFE, let's create the thing for the MFE first. That will require 4 energy crystals. 4 energy crystals will thus need to go into the, not there, into a chest that will go right adjacent to this. Because of how these items are, you pretty much have to have the logistics network strengthened a bit. You can say it's strengthened, but it's just extended more so than strengthening. So take this, and we still need another pipe that is not currently staring me in the face, because that's in this. Okay, let's see. Provider, no. Crafting, that will be necessary. Supplier, I could have sworn I had it in my inventory. That's because it's not in my inventory, you dolt. Okay, so we got our little thing here. So put our chest down and put this pipe here, and it will then need to connect to the rest of the stuff. Now what this pipe does is a little tricky, so I'll try to explain it. Basically, the satellite pipe is not a detour that the logistic network takes when crafting items. So if we put it with a satellite ID, so this is number 5 on the satellite network, and if we put a crafting logistics pipe down, we'll be able to set a satellite number on this. And this is basically to say that the stuff that we're going to want to craft, whenever you call the thing in the output, put stuff, the input stuff, put it in my inventory, whereas the other stuff, put it in the satellite's inventory. So in this case, we're going to need to make the MFE, which requires 4 energy crystals and 4 copper cables and machine blocks. So let's get the diamonds, because we're going to need to use those. We need diamonds. We need to go deeper. And let's test if it works. Where's my energy crystal thing? It should be right here. I need 4. Now, of course, it's going to just dump in my inventory and have not a second thought, because it just likes being that. Okay, put this here. And actually, fudge, I could have created more like that. Okay, whatever. Put that there, that there, that there. Okay. We're also going to need copper cables, and I think we're running out of some of the rubber. So we're going to have to think of a good way to get more rubber. Maybe figure out if I can... maybe I can make an automated rubber thing. The deployer might work for that, but yeah, let's test out the deployer for that, and we'll see if it works. Okay, next we're going to need the machine block. That'll be simple. And let's go. So, 4 rubber. And then we're just going to need the machine block. And that will make the item. Now we're going to actually need to put that stuff in this inventory. So I should keep the other items with me, those energy crystals, since they will need to go right in this inventory, because it's just not smart, okay? It has a problem. It's a problem child, It's best not to stare, okay? Hey, stop staring. You'll just make it angry. Why do they never listen? Okay, now we're just going to need to import that, take that out. Of course, we're going to need to take the energy crystal back because it decided to be a little annoying, but that's okay. Now we can make the MF what's its face much more easily, but we need more diamonds to be able to do that. But we're going to also need some more rubber. Yeah, very good segue, Way. But we're going to need to do other things because we need more Laptron crystals. And I think I think we got a lot of Eternalist fuel in there, so let's just convert that into diamonds, and we'll be able to make this a lot quicker. Okay, 19 diamonds should be enough, but I've been wrong before, so we're gonna have to test that out a little manually. Okay, so we're going to need to get 6 Laptron crystals. We're missing a lot of stuff. So I guess we're not really going to automate that process anytime soon. So let's just worry about other things as of right now. I think that stuff needs to go in my little alchemical bag. I still need to figure out what I want in each of the alchemical bags, but for now this is pretty much how it's going to be. Okay, now we're going to want some wood. Wood will be a necessity that we will need. Okay. It'll need to be a necessity that we need. Okay, Way, that's really making sense now. Okay. Let's see, we're going to need 6 pieces of wood. 6 pieces, that's good. Bring them here. And make a tree tap. Okay, 5 pieces. I only needed 5 pieces, but what a matter. Okay, now this is going to be a little complicated because I never tried this before. I'm gonna just place this here. I'm gonna need to turn it around a few times, which means that I'll need my alchemical bag for my screwdriver, which is right here. And test if this works. I want it to deploy the tree tapper to tap onto this block and attempt to remove the rubber from it. If this works, that's great. If not, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out a new hobby or something. Okay. Do I have any excess levers? Of course I do. So, lever. It's using it. But it didn't do anything. So let's try once more to see if it does anything that we want. Put this back in, take this off. I guess try putting this on to here instead. Ha! Nope, not doing a lickety-split. Okay, so I guess automation of that is out of the question. So instead of automation, let's just get the darn... Ooh! You can actually see where the ring goes. I didn't notice that before. Okay, so let's just get a bit of this, and I think I have a different way of doing things. Ooh, I think that'll work. I want to try to break a bit of ground here by bringing this over for one. And see if I can move this stuff. Not just move it like pick up and place in a different location, but I want to see if... where do I have that? I'm going to need to make a few things. When I make them, you will understand what I am trying to do. Or at least I hope you will. Because I only have slightly an idea of what I want to do. So let's see. We're going to want this. And we're going to want this. Guess 3. Ooh, I just used all my wood. That could be a problem. Sigh. Now that I'm a little woodless, I'm gonna have to go back to the overworld again, which is not very fun. Oh well. Put that there. I think I have enough for a bat box thing. Okay, I'll steal a solar panel from somewhere, temporarily steal you. Hope you don't mind. I know I don't. Thank you. Might have been a bad solar panel to take from. And take the bat box. In fact, I don't think it needs the bat box, but whatever. Okay, let's place this on top of here. And here, place this down. And we're going to want rain. Yes, we're going to want rain. Because that's what we always want. Why do you rain at the most inopportune times? I ask you. Okay, I need my screwdriver again. There it is. Turn this around. Okay. And we're going to want to put our solar panel. Can we put it on here instead? Yeah, they'll cut out the middleman. Guess we didn't really need this, but we do need to place this onto here. And when this gets enough energy, which will happen when it's not raining, we'll be able to test what we're going to test. Okay, after a restful night's sleep, well, semi-restful at least, we can go back here and wait for this to, get a bit of energy. Energy blocks. I'd want some energy. Is this another thing we're going to wait for, Way? Yeah, I think so. So, let's see how long we have to wait. You know, Way, they made batteries for a reason. Yes, I know that. Guess what? Battery. Okay, place this down. There is currently sap. And go. Oh. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. This means something very spectacular, guys. It means I've gone crazy. No, that's not quite the case. Basically, this means that I can make a little machine with my frames. Just like a simple attachment. In fact, I could do it with the mobile quarry that I currently have running. I can basically have this place a bunch of blocks that have all of this on it. And I'll be able to move this stuff where I want to a certain degree. So I can have like a whole row of all of the this way facing ones. It's kind of hard to tell which direction is which considering that the sun is directly overhead. Anyways, so one process that I can do is basically cut down the trees until they're, well, continually make trees until there becomes a point where, that's odd. Just get that and try to frame thoughts. Basically, this means that I can make a bunch of trees in the wilderness and try to get, say, a bunch of the sap on this side. Then I can use some sort of frame quarry or machine, just have to take off some of the paneling on the side until one of them is on the bottom is, exposed. And after it's exposed, I'll be then able to lower it on top of the wood, pick up the wood, raise it up, bring it to some other location, place it down again, and then I'll be able to use tree taps on it at will, and thus have a very, very, very easy source of all of this sappy goodness. Sure, I'll still have to do manual and all that, but manual won't be as much of a freaking headache as it currently is. Just looking around the trees. Oh, where is it? I don't know. Oh, there it is. I guess I gotta click. and then you won't really know until you're done. With this process that I'll have, I'll just be able to have the stuff on the wall, and then it'll be just a simple case of just click, 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 and stuff like that. Okay, now that all of that's done, I'll be able to extract this stuff that I have with me right now, throw it in here, and I think the compressor's done, and also this is done. So take the coal dust, turn it into coal balls. I guess it's not really enough for much. I'll only have 2 plates, so quarter of a stack is enough to make one of them. So I'll still need more, but that's not too much of a trouble. Okay, now what are some other things that I can do? Oh, I think, well, I should get my fancy pants because I feel very slow on the ground right now. I think you're charged up. Thank you. Okay, we can figure out a good way to wire up a setup so that we'll be able to bring energy to everywhere. I think a simple setup will be the best bet. So there has to be 2, or you can think of it 3 separate stages to this. Stage 1 is getting all the raw energy. That's pretty obvious. All of this lava is pretty much a lot of energy for the geothermal generators. Step 2, bring that raw energy and process the energy into something a little more volatile. And then step 3 is to package all of that energy into an easily accessible form. So for instance, package it all into the MFSUs. That way, when I have the MFSUs, I'll have like 20 or so of them all wired together, all of their outputs facing the same direction, so which they'll be able to all output their very good goodness. Good goodness, isn't that awesome? So all of that goodness will then be able to travel through the system, and then we'll have our second system that will be able to go across the entire facility. I'd like to call this place a facility, though it's, well, this room is a little messy to be considered a facility, and this stuff is going to be needed to be deconstructed since there is currently no use whatsoever of having this alive. Okay, get this. We're also going to need to get more lapis. Lapis, rather. Lapis, I'm not even sure what it is. Where is my, where is it? What was I looking for? Shut up, what were you looking for? Oh yes, this goes in here. Got a lot more rubber, that's not enough. We still need a lot more. Let's check some of our other systems since we still do have quite a bit of waiting to go. This seems to be going well. Still needs a bit more, but we can take it. Our Vs is at over 4,000, so that's a lot higher than it was before. And we actually have enough for one more crystal node. You know what would be good to end this? We should just go on an all-fighting hunt because we don't really have much to do other than waiting. And what's not to love about just going out and trying not to die? And failing at that also because you're such a miserable person. Okay, let's get the stuff that we will not need for this little jaunt because we're not going to be gone too long. And this will be to test out the capabilities of our sword. I still have enough food to survive this journey and still some useless stuff. Might be able to get some raw materials also, so let's just go quickly into our unloaded chunks, I guess. Into here, see what we can find, kill it, kill some more, and try to test out how, well, the parameters of this soul stealer thing, because I'm a little skeptical on how it's working right now. It seems to not be functioning the way I would have thought it'd be. I thought it'd be just click, click, you're dead, you give me a soul or something like that, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. Okay, those don't seem to have a cooldown period, and there's a lot of them. So let's just spam away. Okay, not really getting much from this. What does this junction do anyways? I wonder. Oh, the knockback is working well, and it doesn't seem to be destroying this. Okay. Wow, they really love exploding for some reason, and there's a lot of them. I wonder why there's so many. Oh, we finally got a soul fragment, and we're having this explode on it. So this would be a good location. Ah, stop. How many creepers are there? How many of you formed in the dead of night? Ah, my goodness gracious. I'm guessing there's two possibilities. It's a random chance of them dropping. That's possibility number one. And possibility number two is that it builds up to a certain point. Then it releases the souls into the environment. And thus gives it to you in a nice little orderly package. I'm going with number two because that seems like the most logical choice, though it might be a little hard to code. The hard to code portion may be the issue with that, so heck do I know. And this isn't really a good area to jaunt, so I think my quarry actually gave a little area for which I will be able to do stuff. Meaning that a cave was uncovered over there. You see the little hole, and also the clever eye will notice two things. One of them, that I moved it slightly twice, so that it'll be able to get the untouched stuff. Number two, quarry went haywire. It decided to eat up my lawn. Bad quarry. Jump into the hole! And do some more testing. You know, for science. Oh, good thing I had the ring on right now, or else I would be dead meat. Okay, let's just keep on fighting and going for the highest EMC value items that we can find. Might be good, not really, but whatever. Let's just go with everything. We kind of need to build up our arsenal, and maybe we can build a quarry. Maybe a sideways quarry in some sort of dense ores world. Set it to like awesome and keep on going until, you know, something happens. I don't like this. I'm really far down, yet I am not really doing anything since there's not really much to do. Not really much to do, meaning that, hey, look, finally, we actually have a place to go. And some crystals to see. You know, because that's how it works. I need to build a coliseum, because I'm starting to feel like I am losing my touch in my fighting. In fact, I've been working on a little project off of EEPower, basically a different world. I've been doing a bit of a project. Let's just say it's keeping me on my toes when I am trying to kill stuff. It's quite interesting, actually. I'd like to go into more details with it, but this is actually... why are you killing my stuff? This is not the place for me to talk about it. Okay, we're not really getting anything. You know... This is boring for you and for me, so let's just get back up to the overworld and see if there's another place for us to kill stuff. Ooh, souls. Yay. You know, since every major objective that we have will require tons and tons and tons of waiting, I think it's probably safest for everybody's time to leave it at here. Since we're going to need quite a bit more time, yeah, it'll be a good move. What I'm going to do is probably just AFK or do some minor 10 things like build a freaking building for my Thaumcraft stuff and amassing the tanks and waiting for the crystal stuff while waiting for all of the other stuff that we will need to do. It's a little boring and frustrating, I know, but trust me, I know how you feel right now. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. Wave time, signing off. Hey, I found some more wood. Have a wonderful day.